I'm Bradley Rowe with the Hoosier Company, and I'd like to welcome you to the product information video for the Speed Sentry Shield from All Traffic Solutions. In this video, we'll discuss the unpacking, setup, programming, and installation for the Speed Sentry Shield. The first thing you want to do when you receive this unit is to unpack it, make sure all the components are present. Inside you should have the unit itself, a rechargeable battery pack, a battery charger, the owner's manual, some cables for hooking it up to your computer, and some software. The first thing that we have to do before we can install this unit is to properly charge the battery. The way we do that is simply to take the battery charger, plug it into any wall outlet, and then attach the battery to the charging cable until you hear it click. You'll notice the little LED indicator light here on the battery charger will be red as the battery is charging, and then it turns to green when the battery is fully charged 100%. The battery is shipped from the manufacturer with a partial charge, but the manufacturer does recommend that you charge the battery at least 24 hours before you install it and put the unit to use. As soon as your LED indicator turns green, indicating that your battery is fully charged, simply disconnect it from the charger. Then it's ready to install in the back of the unit. Before we can put it in the back of the unit, we have to take off the mounting bracket that comes installed on the unit, and it is locked for security purposes, but the key that should be also included with your unit will unlock the mounting bracket. It simply lifts out of place. The mounting bracket out of place, we undo the little thumb screws on the side of the unit. Remove the battery access panel and install the battery much in the same way that we connected it to the charger, simply pressing a connector in until we hear it click. We tuck the connection up in the top of the unit. Simply slide the battery in. With the battery in place, we're ready to reinstall the access panel. Retighten the two thumb screws. We're good to go. The final step before we can actually power the unit on is to lift the sign plate from the face of the unit, exposing the display. Removing the two thumb screws again allows us to lift the sign panel, and it's shipped this way and it can be stored this way to prevent scratches to the display. Lifting it up, we reinstall the two thumb screws again, and we're ready to go. At this point, we're ready to power the unit on, and you'll notice we have three buttons here in the back of the unit: the power button, the speed limit button, and the display mode button. By pressing the power button, the unit should turn on. Then it will go through a series of display demonstrations, if you will. It's actually called the boot up routine. Once the boot up routine has completed, which could take up to 30 seconds or so, the next step is to set the maximum speed limit. That happens with the speed limit button, or the second button on the back of the unit. And the Speed Sentry Shield will actually register speeds from 5 to 80 miles an hour. At that point, we are ready to hit the very last button, which is the display mode. All the different display modes are explained in more detail in the user's manual. Once the display mode is selected, we're ready to install the unit. On a post of our choosing. Now, to install the unit, we simply need to attach the mounting bracket to a post. And when doing so, it's very important to remember to mount the bolts the correct way. The correct way is from back to front, so that the nuts are on the inside against the back of the unit itself when it's installed. And as you remember, the unit is locked onto the mounting bracket, and with the nuts on the inside, that prevents unauthorized access. So nobody's going to be able to take your Speed Sentry Shield off the post without first unlocking it. With the mounting bracket installed correctly, bolts back to front with the nuts on the inside, we simply install our Speed Sentry Shield by inserting the tab in the top and letting the unit rest naturally down. The final and most important step then is to remember to press the lock button on the bottom, securing the unit to the post. It's now properly charged, set up, and installed, and ready to go to work for you. If you'd like any additional information on the Speed Sentry Shield from All Traffic Solutions, or any other product that we carry at the Hoosier Company, please view the other videos on our YouTube channel, visit our website at www.hoosierco.com, or call us at 317-876-6675.